Admiral Zek Thor's mandibles clicked in despair as another collective dreadnought tore through the Coalition's defensive line. The war had raged for 3 cycles, and now, above the cultural heartworld of Thesha Prime, the end had finally come. "All ships, fall back to final positions," he transmitted, knowing it was futile. The collective didn't take prisoners. They assimilated or annihilated, and the Coalition had nothing left to throw at them. His sensor officer suddenly froze, all 4 of her eyes widening. "Admiral, there's something emerging from slipspace. Multiple contacts. Dozens of them. Collective reinforcements," Zek Thor muttered. Of course, they'd come to witness the final blow. "No, sir. The signatures are impossible. They match the old legends. The lost archives." Zek Thor's heart stopped. "You don't mean?" Space itself seemed to tear open as capital ships materialized in perfect formation. Their hulls were angular, brutalist, covered in weapon arrays that made even collective dreadnoughts look underarmed. And on each one, painted in defiant colors, was a symbol the galaxy hadn't seen in 10,000 years. A blue planet circled by a single moon. Terra. The communication channels exploded with chatter in 1,000 languages, all saying the same thing in different words. "The humans have returned." A transmission cut through every frequency, calm and commanding. "Coalition forces, this is Admiral Chun of the Terran Expeditionary Fleet. We've been monitoring your situation. Hold your positions. We'll handle this." The human fleet moved like a school of predatory fish, fluid, coordinated, deadly. Their weapons lit up the void with technologies the galaxy had forgotten. Railguns that punched through collective shields like paper. Missile swarms that thought for themselves. And something else, something that made the collective ships simply stop. Their crews reportedly found at their stations, unharmed but unconscious. Within 2 hours, the collective armada that had terrorized the galaxy for 3 years was in full retreat. The humans pursued just far enough to make their point, then returned to the Coalition lines. Zek Thor found himself on a video call with a human, a real, living human, for the first time in his career. Admiral Chun was smaller than he'd imagined from the stories, with graying hair and eyes that had seen too many battles. "Admiral Zek Thor," she said, her translator flawless. "I apologize for our delayed arrival. We be away. Away." Zek Thor could barely form words. "The legends said you transcended, that you left physical reality behind 10 millennia ago." Chun smiled sadly. "We tried. Turns out enlightenment isn't all it's cracked up to be. We spent thousands of years as beings of pure energy, exploring dimensions you don't have words for. But we never stopped watching. We never stopped listening. Then why not return sooner? Why let us suffer? Because you needed to stand on your own first," Chun said gently. "Every species does. We made that mistake before. Being the galaxy's protectors made everyone dependent on us. When we left, civilizations collapsed. We swore we'd only return if extinction was the alternative." She gestured at the screens, showing collective ships fleeing. "This qualified. And now?" Zek Thor asked, "Will you stay? For a while. We'll help you rebuild, share some technology, train your forces. But this is your galaxy now, Admiral. We're just the emergency backup." She grinned. "Though if you ever need us again, we'll be listening. Humans are good at 2 things, leaving dramatically." And coming back right on time. As the call ended, Zek Thor looked at his crew's amazed faces and allowed himself the first hope he'd felt in cycles. The mythical fleet had returned, but more importantly, they'd reminded the galaxy of something forgotten. Humanity always kept its promises, even across 10,000 years.